Sorry, I forgot that we are the final permission. Yeah, we are the final permission for. Yeah, yeah, he's definitely had recall a lot.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes sometimes. You get great cards in your deck. And a Ragavan.
That's a pretty good Magic card.
Ooh, it's gonna drop an opt at the end of his opponent's turn.
A dropped, if you will.
A dropped opt. My opponents always draw Ancestral Recall too much.
Connor's unironically the luckiest person you've ever known. Yeah. I mean, it does happen.
Looks like Lewis has a balance, though. It's kind of sweet. Is this the only balance deck in the tournament we're talking about?
Wait, Lewis is running balance?
He has it in hand.
Oh my god. No, this is not. I know, what's his name? Bodhi was running balance, but Lewis is running balance.
Not the correct balance.
Well, I mean, I don't... Is that the balance that he actually has?
No.
No, okay. Down.
So, should this resolve?
We lose the Ragavan.
Each player chooses a number of lands they control equal to the number of lands controlled by the player who controls the fewest, then sacrifice the rest, then discard cards, and then sacrifice creatures in the same way.
Kind of an interesting way to undo an opponent's ancestral. Now
the checks and balances were all laid out in Alpha.
Yeah.
Richard Garfield had our backs.
What I really wanted, what would have really been interesting if Connor had decided to fetch with his Tarn and failed to find, forcing Lewis off of a down to one land.
I think Lewis might have been okay with that.
Possibly. It would have been an interesting attempt of soul reading, like Connor having drawn the ancestral or cast the ancestral would have been able to sculpt his hand around it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Bin's a reprieve. And
it's a show of strength.
It's a White Plume Adventurer for Connor. That's gonna start him on, walk him right into the Undercity through the secret entrance. Be searching his library for a basic land and putting it in his hand.
Boom. We are here.
You are here.
That'd be a cool little overlay to have, where we just click and drag a "you are here" thing. You know, we could work Undercity into our overlay for the next one, down here.
Could.
And then we can just have little player markers for where they are.
What if we had a second overlay that was like this like sweet dungeon going around the screen and you know?
That's so much work. All right, we have a Spell Seeker.
They look cool though.
Good old Spell Seeker. What do you think Spell Seeker's gonna go get?
Spellseeker versus White Plume Adventure. One of these cards is pointed in Canadian Highlander, and the other isn't.
That is true. Spellseeker is pointed, and not only is Spellseeker pointed, I think Spellseeker is like 2 or 3 points. I think. Just quickly Google this.
I think it might be 2. Find out. It's 1.
It's 1 point. Oh yeah, so we have the technology. Yep. Spellseeker going to get flash.
Setting us up for success. But not before we get to the forge.
Putting 2+1/+1 counters on the White Plume Adventure. We have a strip mine. Where's that Wasteland? That's Wasteland, right? I think it's Wasteland.
It's a Wasteland.
Yeah. This is Lewis's deck. There we go. Yep.
Lewis is missing the green mana he needs
For the Worldly Tutor? Or Veil of Summer?
yeah, both.
Yeah.
Either both.
Absolutely duress here. It seems correct. It's probably going to... Connor debating whether or not he wants to mental misstep this. I absolutely would. Oh my goodness.
He doesn't have mental misstep.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay, I must... Oh, I misread the Force of Will. So we have a Subtlety, a Force of Will, Triumph of St. Catherine, and Flame of Andor.
Well, you can only take the flame or the force of will, right?
Yeah, but I think those
But
are
I think
just
Lewis
things
is just
Lewis
reading the
just
cards
reading
he's
them.
never seen before.
Yeah. That
Boomer joke.
yeah, please note that both of those cards, Universes Beyond cards.
Yes.
Do you think Lewis is not a 40K fan or Lord of the Rings fan?
Warhammer 40,000.
Lewis is like, yeah. The Magic cards, I know. What are these?
The hell is this?
Yeah. All right, Force of Will being grabbed. Understandable.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Connor gonna
In
play.
some trouble though.
Yeah. Getting that Wasteland on the Dark Slick Shores was a very good play. All right, we had a Flame of Andor at the end of turn to draw some cards. Or Anor. Lewis down to 9.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a little too slow for Lewis. We'll see he draws the Hulk. But even then,
Well, if he draws the Hulk, he's just going to get Subtlety.
yeah, he needs a third land. Yeah, I don't know if he draws exactly green source next turn, he's probably still dead because his creature's gonna get Flames of Manhord.
No, Flanders and Anor just hit the bin. Counter used it to draw 2 cards.
Oh, okay. You fool.
Yeah, absolutely. He's the spell seeker, did its job, got the flash, and then did its second job, which is best chump blocker. White Plume Adventure, build your own vigilance. Lewis not drawing a land. Is it a muddle
It's
the
a
mixture?
muddle mixture. This is. And Lewis checking the dungeon. Well, he
Looks like Connor is going to do his favorite thing next time, which is draw a card.
he just threw him in the trap for being lose 5 life, and next turn we'll get to draw a card. Yeah, in the archives.
What is that token?
The token is probably the initiative.
Yeah. Most accurate Connor comment. Yeah. I mean, there are the best feeling in all of Magic. This is a controversial opinion. Is not winning. Winning is not the best feeling in Magic. The best feeling is drawing cards. And whenever you
true.
can run any effect that lets you draw cards, you're just going to want to do it. Like measurement of self-control in Magic is not running all of the cards that say draw a card. All right. And tech
All
for
right, 5 more.
5. Lewis, not in a great spot here. Straws. That I don't know what that is, but that doesn't.
That was not a.
That was a Ristic.
It's Brodian Oak. Oh my god.
It was Ristic Tutor.
Lewis is gonna just Thoughtseize here, I think.
Probably get a
get
little
some
bit of extra
info.
information. Wait, where did that card go? How did I delete that? Whoops. Please hold.
What?
I don't know how I deleted Ristic Tutor, but I did. I fat fingered it. This is the card. This is the card that he drew. All right, we have the Thoughtseize. Lewis just getting some information for next. Sees the writing on the wall. Good old Teferi and other things. God, Teferi. Ristic Tutor is a bulk rare. You know what? It is. It is a bulk rare.
It's $2.66 according to this.
How,
Not a bulk rare.
However, maximum
Sell them all to
magic.
be for a dime.
Never seen it constructed. Well, you've seen it in Canlander, so now you've seen it in constructed. The again, one of the interesting things is that one of the interesting things behind Canlander is you have to decide your tutors while they're shuffling up real quick. Let me see if I can bring up the points list. No. Okay. Is that you all of your best tutors cost points. Vampiric tutors 2 points. Demonic tutors 3 points. And Flash is 7 points. So Lewis's deck, he's playing Flash. That's the bulk of his points. He can't really afford to run something like Vampiric Tutor or Demonic Tutor, or even oh, you're not missing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's got a very
Type like intent.
yeah,
Wish Claw Talisman. What about that one?
Wish Claw Talisman. Yeah, just a slow DT. Yeah. So yeah, it's again, it just kind of goes to a really interesting. I don't know. I think it's really cool that because you want to run other things, it's like you absolutely can, but it's going to cost you. And in this case, it's cost you running a card like Ristic Tutor instead of, Demonic Tutor or Vampiric Tutor or Mystical Tutor.
Do be that way sometimes.
Yeah. Now, mind you, I think Lewis is on Mystical Tutor. Yeah. Lewis's points are Spellseeker or Flash for 7, Mystical Tutor for 1, Spellseeker for 1, and Imperial Seal. Yeah, Grim Tutor's no points. Grim Tutor's...
He plays it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Lewis does have Grim Tutor in his deck. But yeah, so yeah, Lewis is... Yeah, I don't think there's a way for us to show the points list
He
here.
plays Solve the Equation.
Yeah, so yeah, there are a lot of interesting ways. Yeah, you need all of the ways to get the tutor that you can.
Plays Muddle the Mixture.
Yeah, Muddle the Mixture.
Shred Memory.
Yeah. I like the Lindell's Vault. But yeah, and then runs Worldly Tutor for the Protean Hulk, Fierce Empath for the Protean Hulk, Eladamri's Call, Mystical Teachings.
Oh, that's a great 7th card. Lewis had no blue sources until he saw his last card.
Yeah. All right. Is it a Planar Genesis?
It does.
Planar Genesis, Limdol's Vault. What's the other land? Or what's so this is a
Gitaxian Probe. Is that Flash too?
I think so.
Is it Flash and Limiting Probe?
Maybe. You just pay a retail get probe? Oh, it's a Mystical Tutor. All right. Main phase Mystical Tutor. Or I guess this could technically be in like
He's getting Flash.
all right. Connor being put on notice that Lewis has one of his combo cards in hand. Or will have one of his combo cards in hand. Which also kind of lets oh, and he's gonna get probe, spending 2 life.
Right to that first.
I kinda wanna write this. Okay.
He's got a Reprieve, a Brain Surge, a Force of Will, and a White Plume Adventurer.
Force.
I just want to point out no Ancestor Recall. Silence haters.
Adventurer. Heath. Sunbaked. I'm doing exactly what Lewis is doing, an island. Connor plays his cards so close to his chest, it's actually really hard to... That is not an Ancestral Recall.
It's like a Brazen Bower, maybe?
Yeah. Right?
A Wasteland would really ruin those. Potentially.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get probed first.
I'm supposed to play the Black Source. What's this other land?
What's
He's
Lewis's?
Planar Genesis. Yeah.
Lewis's Planar Genesising in response.
Genesis.
All right, he's looking at Assassin's Trophy.
Profane Tutor.
Profane Tutor. Yeah. Again, all of the interesting tutors. Is the Hulk pile 4 color? Yes. It is not running red.
All right, Lewis.
Lewis
Thinking
is
about
really
this one a
taken.
while. I think he kind of wants this Profane Tutor, but his mana is also kind of in the shaky spot right now.
And again, this round isn't timed, so Lewis can take... Like, this is a very important... Very, very important... taking the Profane Tutor. Profane Tutor is the suspend one?
Yes. Suspend 2 Demonic Tutor.
Nope. Nope. Come on, Chris. Wait.
It's a 0.
It's a 0.
Has no casting cost.
I hate everything about this. Okay.
You'd think they'd change that one to a 2.
Yeah, right? Okay, yeah. So Profane Tutor the grab. And of note, Connor does not know what Lewis grabbed. He just knows that he didn't grab a land, so... Can Lewis...
I mean, maybe he didn't.
Huh?
Maybe he didn't.
Maybe he didn't.
Maybe he bluffed. Maybe it was 4 lands, and he just wanted to sell it.
All right. So he is thinking bidding a preordain. No, a ponder. Preordained. Yeah, I'm right. All right. The draw for turn was borderless card of some sort. Played the island.
It might be that Path to Exile again.
Mana Confluence. The draw here.
Suspend Profane Tutor. A couple more turns. He'll have any card that he wants out of his deck. Should it resolve?
Should it resolve? Shadowy Backstreet. You know, if you told me or asked me before I saw that card what the name of the white-black Surveil land was, I would not be able to tell you. I just,
But as soon as you see it,
as soon as I see it, it just like clicks.
Backstreet's back.
All right, Sunbaked Canyon.
We trying to complete it. I said Backstreet's back, and you said all right.
Oh, sorry.
You said all right.
I said all right because I'm watching. I'm sorry.
I think you said because I said Backstreet's back.
Maybe. I am also literally keeping track of all the cards, and the White Plume Adventure comes out. Initiative taken.
The best Borderland Ranger they will ever print. I'll stand by that.
You know what?
I hope it is. I hope it's the best one they ever print. I don't want to see a better Borderland Ranger than this.
Yeah. Yeah, like this card literally would be playable if it didn't have the second paragraph of text.
I mean, I've played a lot of Borderland Ranger in my time, so
Right, like-
you had me at 3/3 personally, but
Yeah.
but there's more, so much more.
All right. Lewis. Lewis gonna balance here?
Oh,
I think so. I think you balance.
oh,
Try to draw out the. Drew a model mixture. Probably trying to draw out the Force of Will.
Oh, because he knows about the Force. Yeah.
He does know about the Force of Will. All right, so Connor has chosen not to do anything about it.
Getting himself down to 4 cards here. Looks like he's keeping the all
reprieve,
4
but not the
spells.
Force.
I think those are the 4 cards that Lewis knew about.
They are, actually. Lewis knows about every card in... no. Lewis does not know about one of them, I don't think.
So now Lewis can... he can just Limdo's Vault for
Yes.
Force of Will, potentially.
Limdo's
and
Vault.
protect his combo.
Yeah. Well, no, you can't. You can't.
Why?
Because Profane Tutor triggers on your upkeep, so you never draw the card that you get with Limdo's Vault.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You don't draw a card with Limdo's Vault, right?
Right. You're right.
He probably does it after the Profane Tutor.
I guess I'm being dumb. Well, not really dumb.
All right, so he's going to reprieve the Profane Tutor
Ooh.
to Lois's hand.
Well, this is definitely... I think he has to muddle this, right?
This is rough.
I don't like it.
I'm going to muddle the mixture. Note that this takes him off of blue mana entirely.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to go off anyway unless he draws an island. And he won't dare do it because of the Force Wall. The full knowledge is helping Lewis a lot here, I think.
Yeah.
But it looks like
Force of will, pitching the brain surge.
I think this is kind of okay for Lewis. I think
this
he's
is
walked him.
fine.
I think he's walked him into what he wants to happen.
Yeah. Because now he just gets to suspend the profane tutor again. I mean, and now he's got another blue source. And I don't think Lewis knows about any of the 3 cards in. Now, mind you, we do have the initiative ticking down.
Yeah, he's gonna take 5 next turn.
Lewis is about to take 5. All right, Bloodstained Mire. What are the cards in Connor's hand? Is that a Flames? Lightning Bolt?
He still has a Flames, I think.
Oh, it's Expressive Iteration. Another reasonable Magic card.
Looks like a Dreadhorde Arcanist and a Mystic Sanctuary. Something else in his top 3.
A white card. Oh boy. Connor looking into his graveyard. So Mystic Sanctuary in hand. Dreadhorde exiled. Mana Leak. Mana Leak, one of the cards in.
Looks like he's holding back though.
Yeah, he already played his land for turn, so he can't. So he can't Mystical Sanctuary and still, or he just can't Mystical Sanctuary. Not that he would probably want to.
I mean, put a Force of Will on top is pretty good.
True. Lewis eyeing that Sultai Tri-land. The Sult Tri, if you will.
The Sultry.
The Soul Tri. Speaking of land cycles, we started with the triomes. And then we got the completion of the triomes. But they aren't triomes. They don't maintain the naming convention. Why? Like, I get that triome is a very specific. All right, Lewis Limdol's vaulting.
Vaulting to victory. Maybe.
Nope, not through a. I mean, he doesn't know about the mana leak in Connor's hand. All right. So Limdol's vault. Quick, what does Limdol's vault do?
Limdol's Vault is a card that lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and then you may keep them and rearrange them in any order you want, or pay a life to go down 5 more cards and look at the next 5. You get to just keep repeating this. I think I like this arms chant if I'm Lewis.
It does mean. What does Orange Chant do? Like your opponents can't.
Opponents can't cast spells,
It's got kicker too, right?
and if you kick it, they can't attack.
All right. So Lewis has chosen the 5.
He shuffles the rest of his deck.
Yeah, you shuffle the rest of your deck and put the 5 on top. Yeah. Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, those are doing it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the original art of this is so murky.
Lewis draws the orange champ, as you predicted. Select. That's just stuff.
It's such a
All right.
blob of stuff.
So we're on Connor's turn.
Does Connor get to?
Draw a card.
Does he get to? Oh, he's on draw card now.
Yeah, it's on draw a card.
It's a little scary for Lewis, but
I mean, I don't think Lewis is that particularly scared about the creatures that,
well, you never know what's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah. Okay, Spell Snare, Mana Leak.
That's pretty wrapped up there. Right?
That's quite a bit, yeah. Probably gonna put this Force of Will on top.
What's crazy is if he gets to Arms Champ first, and then if he
Yeah.
he might be able to pay for the 3. You know,
He can pay for the 3, but he can't play for this.
Well, I mean, he gets
Oh,
to
well,
draw
Spell
stuff.
Snare is only mana value 2, right?
Yes. So if he pays the 3 and peels a land, he's like
Yeah.
really good steal.
Mana Leak. If I'm Lewis, I'm paying for this, right?
I think you have to.
Yeah. Because you know your opponent is drawing Force, you don't know what else he has, but... Like, your Orum's Chant is no longer going to protect your combo, which is unfortunate, but...
It really puts him to a because he doesn't know what else he has. You
No,
know?
he doesn't.
So this could be a bluff on Connor's part. So this is probably just going heavy into the tank, like
Yeah, he's trying to figure out...
wondering if he should. But here's the thing, though: why, if he had a mana leak? Well, I guess he has to mana leak the.
He has to Mana Leak the Orum's Chant because he can't
Yeah.
Mana Leak the Profane Tutor.
Like there's no reason he wouldn't do this anyway, even if it did nothing, right? That's the best part about this play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lewis has a single card in hand.
And it is Flash, which Connor knows.
It's Flash and only Flash.
I'm pretty sure
Lewis
Lewis.
is
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, because he
lining-
mystical tutored for it.
He's lining up the mana. It's in the tank.
He almost certainly paid for it, right?
Yeah, I don't want to talk too loud because although we do have a wall of Yu-Gi-Oh protecting us.
Yes, we do.
This is I want you to ask yourself before you go to bed what you would have done here. You know, this is a real.
I would have paid.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Lewis is paying.
Because you're right. If you peel a land, then theoretically you win. Like,
Yep.
he has to peel a land there.
He cannot play any more spells this turn now.
His opponent can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Connor cannot.
Yeah, Connor cannot.
That includes. I mean, he could. You know.
Right, because Spell Snare is the
Yeah.
like is the and Spell Snare if I remember. Yeah, Spell Snare only gets mana value 2.
Yeah, it really picked him apart a lot better than say a counter spell would. You know, because Force of Will is on top, he can actually sack his Sunbaked Canyon and draw the Force of Will to counter anything.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie, that is on board, and I genuinely didn't even think of that.
I mean, I think it might have been correct for Connor to sack the land and draw that Force of Will and Force of Will this Orm's Chant over mana leaking it. Because if he does that,
All right, does Lewis peel the land? I don't think so. Sleight of hand.
Lewis is in a bad spot now.
Yeah, that was it. Well, he doesn't want the Samwise Gamgee, that's for sure.
Well, you could attack him down with it.
Not playing the land? Lewis forgot to play his land.
He doesn't.
All right.
I think he doesn't want.
Looks like a Ragavan to me. Oh no, it's gonna be the. Yeah, we're seeing the resolved Undercity here.
Aragorn.
So Aragorn is going to hit the battlefield likely.
Wait, does this happen before he draws a card? So he doesn't. Oh, he sacked his Sunbay Canyon so that he would get the first will. Smart.
All right, so Aragorn enters with 3+1/+1 counters, and it gains hexproof. Lewis is in a very bad spot.
Yeah, this is.
His
not
opponent
good.
has Force of Will.
He's gonna have and a spell snare.
And a spell snare, which Lewis does not know about. I'm 90% sure Lewis does not know about the spell snare. Not that it matters.
And he hasn't even drawn a card yet.
Lewis. So, what was the reasoning, do you think, that Lewis didn't play the Concealed Courtyard?
He doesn't, because then Connor knows his hand exactly. I think that there's value in him not. He knows his hand exactly. It just opens up to a few extra plays.
Yeah. I think Lewis,
It's Abeyance.
help me out here.
Abeyance is right there. Abeyance is like Orm's Chant. Until end turn, target player cannot play instants, interrupt, sorceries, or abilities requiring an activation cost. And you draw a card.
Alright, drawing a card there. Probably hitting with the Spell Snare. Or nope, Force of Will, pitching Murktide Regent, so he still has the Spell Snare in hand. Lewis is just going to try the Force.
He's going for it.
Opponent cannot counter. Yep, and Lewis takes it. Or not Lewis. Connor takes it.
Connor takes it.
Connor
Lewis
takes it.
Has lost.
Lewis not quite able to bring it back to defend his throne.
He was actually dead though, right?
I mean, he has. I don't think he has any ways to recur. I mean, he has ways to recur Flash, but not in. Lewis is dead in 2 attacks.
Yeah.
To the thing, and yeah. Also, yeah. So congratulations to Connor.
I like Force of Willing there because made Lewis go for it.
Yeah.
If he
it
spell
did.
snares, Lewis doesn't go for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, Lewis getting the mana crypt right there. And there's the Bayou for Connor. See if we can go possibly get a winner view with Connor.
A winner view.
A winner view, yeah, because we brought Lewis in last time. See if we can go get Connor.
Do you want to do the winner interview again?
No, I'll let you do it.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go get him real quick.
We're out by 6. Pretty quick one. hopefully he comes. He's in the booth shortly. But yeah, that's Canadian Highlander. Hey, Connor. We have got Connor Pattinson, who I believe just won our Canlander event. Yeah, you can put that on. But you'll just be able to hear me.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you. This was a very exciting day.
Yeah. Did you not lose a game?
I did not lose a game today. That's correct.
That's really impressive. Where did the list come from?
So the list is it's a moderately stocked Jeskai. I made a couple of sideboard choices because people were warning me about the Flash Hulk player.
Oh, really? Okay.
I know he actually took down the last Win a Duel tournament. Mm-hmm. So I put in like Aven Mind Sensor and something else that isn't coming to mind right now. Didn't even see it, but it worked out.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you look great playing all day.
The energy of like 4 or 5 turn 1 ancestral recalls will do that to you.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah.
that was totally crazy. I couldn't believe how often that was coming in the opening hand and had to help, but
it helps with some sketchy keeps. Yeah. But yeah, very exciting day. Very, very proud of this. That is the first dual land I've ever owned.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So is this gonna take you off of Jeskai? Is it gonna be black green next time?
It's pretty tempting. I have this list I've been looking at. It's a 4-color like red list, just mid-range mashup. Get to play Psychic Frogs and things like that.
That's my kind of thing.
Yeah. No, it was very exciting. Very excited to have this and a great tournament today. I know a lot of the local players. I come here every week, and yeah, it was great tournament.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Of course.
Congratulations again, and we'll probably have another one of these in 2-3 months, I'm guessing. So stay tuned. We'll have more Canlander here for you, and good job.
Thanks.